Yeah, hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. I hope the voice is clear. Hmm. Okay, so in today's stream, yeah, as we do so often in this analysis series, we try to analyze all the games of top grandmasters. And in the series, I'm just going with Alexander Morozevich. So we already discussed about the game between Alexander Morozevich and Judith Polgar in the last previous stream. Also, I plan to Also plan to just analyze the chess game of the day game as well. So yeah, it's between Larry Krishna and who is he? What is his name? Next. Oh wow, it's a really very good game. Hmm. Guess this will be much better. Okay, let's see. So yeah, that's the plan today. So it's going to analyze two games. So one is from the Alexander Morozovich card of games, and the next one is the game of the day from JustGames.com. So yeah, let's just recall the game between the Judy Polgar and Morozevich. So while Judy played e4, Zevich Morozevich replied with the French defense e6, so g4 d6. So this is the French defense, and they went for the main line by playing knight c3. So yeah, so that's the whole sequence of moves where they just exchange all the pieces in the center and yeah, so this is the move. So probably after this move, Julie blended the game where where black can play the queen e4 move. So which basically rook e1 attacking the queen, queen h7, queen d3 for exchange, rook e4. Yeah, so that's the whole sequence of moves. I guess I couldn't remember the line, but yeah. So the idea is to bring the queen to this file so that there's a possible check, also a pin in the rook, and so yeah. So even if it can be defended, there's a check, and we can just pick this rook as well. Even if he blocking is a bad move. So the king moves up here after capturing the rook. The king captures this rook, which eventually makes the game into a pin game for black, where the king can just slide away to bring the attack on the queen, right? Yeah. So after this check on this, he played this, so you don't want to go in that kind of serious lines. So you simply play back the rook instead of capturing. So which allows a mate in one. It's not a mate in one, but that's a mate in two. Mm, yeah. So after this, Polgar just resigned the game. So that's the whole sequence of moves that we discussed in the previous stream. So let us pick another game from here. Just shorted by the Morozevich Elo. So yeah, this is his top performance, which is against Kramnik. And also it's played in the Tal Memorial. So I guess this will be fine. So just load up this game. How, how to load this game, bro? I guess got stuck. Nope. I don't know what happened to this. Is it crashed? Oh, I don't want to say this. Can probably just restart the engine. Sorry, the whole software. Okay, should be importing. Oops, should be importing every game's right. Atlas. Okay, I'll just go for the Kramnik game. Yeah, so it is now loaded. So this will probably close this because we have the clip base up here. Maybe I'll just bring the clip base up here. That is much better. So probably okay. This is played in the 2008 Alma Maria. The game is between Morozovic and Kramnik, where the Morozovic started the game with wow the queen's pawn opening. D4, G5. Okay, playing the queen's gambit. So C4. So this is semi-Slav, right? I'm not sure. This is Slav's defense. Hmm, I don't. I'm not sure about the opening pro. Just go for Slav defense. Yeah, so this is Slav defense. So I'm not sure about this opening much. Okay, so probably the game starts with the queen pawn opening. So playing e4, sorry d4, d5, and playing the queen's gambit. So accepted variants, or you can just play the declined variation of the Queen's Gambit. But Kramnik goes with the Slav variation. So what's these Morozovic's response to it? So he simply developed a knight, piling upon the number of attackers on this central pawn. Yeah, so adding more difference to this c5 pawn. Okay, so probably mostly will just bring the bishop out and then close this thing. I'm not sure. I don't know. I simply don't know the theory, so I'm not sure about it. So probably the idea for this is maybe he can just develop the bishop other way. I'm not sure. Okay, so he's opening so that he can just bring the bishop to this diagonal. Developing the knights. Okay, rerouting the knight to d7 so that he can just bring to this b6, I guess. Okay, sliding the queen to the c2. Okay, bishop d6. So there's a strong attack. So, okay, what happens if it captures? So this allows a semi-open file for the rook. So I guess that might be the case, but still this pawn is not defended because this has two attackers. So probably I guess you just kick this thing and bring the rook to attack on this file. Not sure. Or even you can just give up the this pawn as well to have the active rook on this file, I guess. Not sure about it. Yeah, that'd be the because queen is also pawn. So queen is also eyeing this pawn as well. And also even after the exchange of uh, knight takes h2, knight takes h2, bishop takes h2, rook takes b7. So it's g7, and yeah, there's a bishop on h2. So and also this h7 pawn is also attacked twice, so which can be defended. Probably you can just play the other. Knight to f6. I'm not sure. Okay, so probably I told there's some kind of tactics up here. I'll just analyze with the engine, I guess. Okay, probably that's the sequence of moves they play in the game. So captures, knight captures h2, bishop captures h2, and then rook takes g7. Ah, okay, defending this way, not this way. I calculated this knight f6 move, but he played knight f8 move. Probably he can just double the queen, so leaving this square for the queen so that can just have some attack on the rook. So after this, okay, bringing back the rooks to g2, okay, bringing back the bishop to d6, and then striking the center with e4. Wow, developing the knight to g6, while attacking the queen by playing bishop g5. Counter-attacking or defending the queen by playing bishop e6. It's not e6, it's e7. So we have e7. So after bishop e7, okay, bishop takes e7, queen takes e7, short castle, so long castle. D takes e4, knight takes e4, and then striking the center with f4. The knight drawbacks to d2. Okay, striking again with c5. Wow, I thought he just pushed this part. He captures d takes e5. Sorry, d takes c5. Why not this? Maybe I guess he is trying to pile up this way. Not sure. Okay, defending the pawn by playing b4. c5 pawn by playing b4. Okay, long castle as well. Interesting. A little bit rook left so that he can just slide the rook over a3 or even c3 or b3 to just add number of attackers on the queen side. So after rook g3, Kramnik plays e5. Okay, as planned, he stacks the rook in this d file, not in ABC file. Okay, a little bit sliding the bishop from d7 to e6. Okay, now playing a3 move, rook a3 move, eyeing this pawn, so playing a6, so attacking the center, so giving up this pawn, and this pawn will also be captured, which captures with this rook, which followed by this pawn as well, right? So the question is quite complicated up here. So what's the plan for Kramnik? So Kramnik captures the c pawn, so it's b takes c6, now closing the position. So this is weakens. Okay, the position is completely weakening for black's king, while it's quite good for the white king. I guess I'm not sure to know how to write this position. Probably I guess it's in the white's favor now, because even this pawn is attacked, so which comes with check, so this pawn can be defended right now. So probably should be, oh sorry, so probably you should be, wait a minute, I'll just clear this one. So probably you should be moving his king somehow, I'm not sure. So after this, okay, Kramnik played queen, sorry, um, so Kramnik played queen c5. Okay, rook takes a6. Sliding the king to the other side of the board, to the king side of the board, I guess. So playing but this allows this check, right? So this check is possible. Discovery as well as attack on the queen, but the thing is pinned, so that's the idea to play this move. Understood. So king d7. Okay, developing the bishop from the home square to c4. Bishop takes c4, queen takes c4, and then playing a knight e7. Okay, sliding up the queen, now opening for the discoveries. So playing king c2, now moving the king to the safest square of e1, so e8. Now double attacking the queen as well as the pawn by playing knight f3. Okay, sliding up, so that defending the pawn as well as double attack. So we can just simply chop this. Right, I'm not sure. What happens if we chop, chop? Takes. Mm. You can simply play this, so which allows him to capture the rook. What's the idea? So after captures, oh, that's the game. Nice. Okay, got the idea behind this move. So after this, you can just simply check and pick the other rook after the few changes. What if after this takes, what is the chance for black? So you should be defending the knight. You should be moving that for sure. So he's capturing, as we said, we just see, as we seen earlier. So that's the sequence of moves where he captures this. We just play the rook a8 check. So he should be moving his king for sure. So picking up the rook, or even there might be some other attack as well, right? So bringing the other rook, sorry, trying to bring the knight as well. Not sure. Uh, so because the king is cut off this way, so if we try to capture the king's move, sorry, if we try to mobilize the king's position this way as well, because I don't know the long sequence of moves, but the short sequence is to just capture the free rook on h8 square. Got it. So let me just clear everything. So just start the stock analysis and then start the game from the beginning. So yeah, so the game starts with d4, d5, and then the queen's gambit c4. So Kramnik go with the Slav defense, so which is c6. So after playing c6, so the normal development moves, building up, developing the knights on c3 and f6 square respectively. And after these moves, so he completely closed the position. So not sure why he did that. But I don't know whether it's the sequence of what's the best move the position. I guess this is the best move, or okay, knight f3 is the best move. E6 is the second best move. Sorry. How to see the multiple lines? This is the one. Uh, Probably I'll just see the first 5 lines. That would be better, right? Hmm. Thank you. Thanks for listening to the lines. So it's c takes d5. Capturing the center is the top move recovered by the engine. C takes d5. C takes d5, and then bishop f4, developing the bishop to f4 square, and then closing with e3. Hmm. Go to the sequence of moves up there. So that's equivalent to the first or second 2 lines. So based on the tapped, just go with it. So maybe can I just do, wait a minute, where is this engine? Oh, sorry. So it's start from the beginning. Wow, that's awesome, bro. Who is the one who just founded this kit? Heads up to you, the programmer of this kit thing. You should be going with this line. Where? Wait a minute, I just turn off. Okay. Maybe I'll just give some time for ancient to load different lines, I guess. So after this move, what's the top move recommended by the ancient is bishop d3. So yeah, so this is the top move recommended by the ancient. Yeah, I too will just play that the same thing. Just try to castle, which is making some kind of reasoning up there. But b3 is also a good move. Uh, yeah, b3 is also a good move, consolidating the center. And bishop e2 is also a good move. Mhm. Okay, he played the fourth best move, which is the g4 move. So okay, he played g4, which is the kind of like aggressive way of freezing this thing, I guess. So after g4, Evolver, yeah, just casually drops. Because after this, what's the best move for black? The best move for black is to play. Well, what's the best move? Are you just calculating, or not sure what the engine is doing right now? Probably I'll just go for multiple add move, add variation, add all variations. This is a writing notes, right? Annotate, training, a finish game. Okay, probably I'll just reduce the number of lines, maybe to two. That'll be better. Or I just showing like this. Why can't you just elaborate the whole sequence of moves? What's actually happening here, bro? So BD3 is the BD3 and BE2 are the most popular moves according to the ancient. He played G4, allowing knight to capture on G4, and then playing the sequence of moves like still BD3 is best move. Bro, I'm not sure about this engine thing. Probably I'll just go and just get the one line because it is taking too much time to just what's the amount of thing is. So probably checking how much of memory 10 normal. So I'll just go and just check for this single line for this position. That'll be measurement, right, guys? What's happening here? Why are there no lines showing up here? Okay, probably let's close this board as well. What should I do, bro? Or you just analyzing what are you doing, bro? Stop. What happened to you? Did you just crash away? Just be on this position. That's it. Maybe it is good than A3. Because after e3, yeah, he just shrug on the center. So this is a blunder. So should be simply playing king b8. That'll be much better. I don't know what's the reasoning for all these kinds of things, but still doesn't even seem like a blunders, but yeah, just piled upon, and eventually into a losing game. Yeah, queen takes. Yeah, the sequence of Moses queen takes d6, rook a check, and pick the rook on the h8 square, and it's easy win game for white. You know, I'm still don't know how to analyze GM games, bro. So I'll allow how Agadmeta just evaluates the position. So he's just discussing the main lines and what are the different approaches that we can just go into. Probably should be learning much more from him. So yep. Okay, I guess he's analyzing all the games from the FIDE Cup right now. Probably we should just try to do and cover that as well. Okay, so today's game is simply a slab defense. Is a variation of the Queen's Gambit. So where you just play with d4, d5, c4, and playing c6, so defending the center pawn by playing c6 instead of the decline variation, which eventually plays by playing e6. So then attacking, sorry, fighting up the squares and then bringing out the pieces. Yeah, so here is the things. There are many openings. Sorry, there are different variations of moves that you can just play. So the top one are convey. The engine is playing bishop d2 or bishop e2 or bishop d3. But more also which play the fourth of Spasmo, I guess, which is a g4, which is kind of an aggressive one, trying to kick the knight by playing e5, I guess. Sorry, by playing g5, I guess. Rami captured the free pawn, then having the sequence of moves by playing rook g1, knight takes h2, knight takes h2, bishop takes h2, rook takes g7, and then knight f8, defending the pawn on h7. So that's the sequence of moves. Then bringing back the rook, attacking the bishop, mm, bringing back the bishop as well, and then striking or opening the center, playing e4, then developing the knight and attacking the queen, exchanging the bishop, short long castles, then captures the pawn, defending it, and just yeah. So here is the main blunder he does, which is by playing a3 instead of playing the king b8 move. So sorry, it's not a3, it's a6. So yeah, so Morozov used the opportunity by just capturing the mistake. Sorry, just utilize the opportunity by playing this c6 move. So then b takes c6, then closing the position by playing c5, and then pinning the knight, taking the freebies, then trying to reroute the rook, sorry, the king to get the side of the move, exchanging bishops, then yeah, so simply sliding the move, sliding the king away from the what's this called from the pin, and then finish it off with the classic rook d6 move. So after rook d6, so after rook takes d6, c takes d6, the game was up here because of the sequence of moves that we see earlier. Okay, now I'll just go and try to analyze the game probably. Wow, it's the sequence of 29 move. That's great. So I'll just try to how do we just I don't know, I just forgot how to. It's a new game, right? Uh, how do I just do it? Can't we just okay keyboard text as a yeah, this is the one. So import and let's go from the beginning. Yeah, so this is the game between Hare Krishna, one of my favorite Indian grandmasters, as versus Azane Nestera. I'm not sure which country he's hero or something. I guess from the name, it should be some of the USSR associated countries. Maybe Ukrainian, I'm not sure. So probably I just look for him. Or Uzbekistan. Okay, wow, a Russian grandmaster. Hmm. Oh wow, just finished 3 years old. Okay, let me just try to analyze the game. So the game starts with playing, okay, king's pawn opening, e4, e5, knight f3, and then yeah, Russian plays a whole playing the Russian game, the petrol defense. So then striking the center by playing e4, captures. Okay, I'll just go and just say the positions correctly. So the game starts with e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, then striking the center with d4, knight takes e4, pawn takes d takes e4, and then a bishop c5 move, double attack on the yeah, this is not move recommended by this thing, right? Okay, I'll just pass the engine here and try to. So after queen d5, so bishop captures f2, king e2, and then defending the knight by playing f4. Okay, adding more attackers to the knight by developing the other knight to c3. Okay, kicking the queen by playing c6. Ah, wait, what is it? Wow, wow. So he simply captures the knight. I guess it's kind of like the sequence of moves which is already played there. Okay, got the idea. So after pawn captures, it just comes with check. So king has only two squares. He can play either either e7 or f8. And so after this, okay, if we play e7, then becomes the bishop g5 move. So securing the checking the king and taking the knight or either the queen back, or if he plays f8, then what's the move? So if he plays f8, then I guess probably simply captures I don't know. What if he plays f8? What's the move that he can play? Uh, uh Still bishop g5 works. Queen has an escape square. Okay. Then he can also capture the bishop after this check. What else? Or even Okay, I don't know what's the sequence of moves up here. I'll just okay after queen captures. Okay, after c takes d5, knight d6 check, then king f8. Okay, king takes f2. Okay, the other knight develops, developing the bishop. Uh, okay, so knight c6, bishop e3. I guess the next one would be something like bishop c5, and then having some kind of discoveries, I guess. Okay, trying to exchange more pieces, captures. The more the pieces of the board, it's easy for black to convert it into and win. So he plays a g4. So then plays a bishop f4. Then wow, a nice discovery as well as an attack on this pawn. I guess this is the whole the game. The sequence of moves is prepared before the game, I guess. So queen b3, sorry, queen b6. Okay, developing the bishop to d3. So stopping the d4 pawn to move further to have a square check on the king, and then knight f7. Okay, moving the bishop back to the e2, sorry, d2. Okay, knight d5. What? He simply allowed him to have a score check by capturing a pawn. That's nice. But he didn't go for that. We go for the sequence of moves by playing this, attacking the by playing a knight e3. Okay, dropping the bishop back, bringing the king to the center. Okay, piling up the h rook to e5. Okay, and saying h rook to f5. Okay, rook takes e3. D takes e3. Bishop takes e3. Rook takes f3. King takes f3. Queen takes b2. And then there is a check, which is a playing bishop b5. Okay, king e6. And then bringing the other rook to the center for playing a rook e1. Okay, b5. Wow, that's another check. So which is a bishop f5, king d5, bishop e4, king e6, grabbing the other rook as well. Okay, a queen check while playing queen c3. Okay, this is awesome, bro. So playing a rook f, sorry, rook e3. Okay, queen takes c2. Oh, also, wow, this is nice attacking the queen. So bishop to f4, so e4 just attacks the queen on c2 as well as a check on the f5 square. Okay, as a little check up here, sliding the king to g3. I guess probably I should be focusing more on remembering coordinates. I still don't know how to spell the coordinates faster as the top players do. At least as according to the martial art would be better, I guess. So I'm not sure how to remember the notations or how to just utter them at faster rate or even understand them at the faster pace. So okay, then have a queen h5, defending the bishop and queen h4. What is it? Oh wow, so this traps the queen. So this is the blender move, I guess. Yeah. So you can just keep, but this simply loses the queen on spot, and it is simply a rook up. So all the queen squares are covered. Okay. So after this move, why can't he Sorry, wait a minute, I'll just clear this. So after this move, he can just play this right. Yeah, he can play that. Don't know why did he resign up here? What am I missing? I don't know. Probably. Yeah. Currently, there are no squares for queen. Uh, okay. I'll just let's the whole game with the ancient once again. So okay. So e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, Petrov defense, and then d4, knight takes e4, d takes e5, and then bishop c5, queen d5. So queen d5 is an interesting move, allowing black to have a capture on this c f2 pawn, and then king e2, defending the knight. I guess of being en doesn't work, so which allows him to play the knight takes f6, attacking the queen, so that he can just bring up. So he can just play some checks as like this. So wish he can just simply move away, cause yeah. So cause now we can just capture this, which allows the knight g4 check, picking up the queen. Or if we didn't move, otherwise we're just battling up interesting sequence of moves, winning the queen with the king. So okay, got it. So that's the reason why he didn't go for Amazon, because his king is literally in the center. So he had one more attacker to the knight, kicking the wow. So this is a part where I guess he just analyzed the whole sequence of moves. Because now, yeah, so even after the capture, it just moves a little bit against white, but still it's okay. So probably this is one of the best moves in the question, I guess. So, but to be play safer, just be bringing back the queen to d3 square. But he didn't do that. He captured by playing a knight takes e4, sacrificing the queen. So after sacrificing the queen, a check from the knight by playing knight e6. It's not e bro, it's d. So it's just confusing with the e and d piles for different colors. Probably we're just too bad in remembering the coordinates of the position. Okay, so after this move, okay, simply capturing the bishop as well. It's kind of like having so still the bishop is not yet developed. Still the knights are not developed. The rooks are on the home square. The queen is in the home square. So every piece is in their home squares. But while this thing is they're having different kinds of entries, and easily rooks can also send for up. So I guess that's the competition for losing the queen for a bishop and a knight, as well as the quick push in development. So yeah, he's out of theory after a few moves, so which led Hari Krishna to have a edge on the opponent. BD2 is the top more recommended by the ancient. How? What's the reasoning behind that? Obviously, he's just going to play knight d5. So what's the reason to play the BD5? Sorry, BD2. You can just develop the roots to center, right? Which is also a good move, but not as good as the BD2 move. Hmm. What's the reasoning behind this? Why the BD2 is better than the rook? Serving the rooks pushes the base principle of our chess, right? Also, he's playing the knight BD5. Ah, got it. So even if he attacks this, so now this is no longer attacking, so he can just simply capture this pawn. That might be the idea, I guess. So after BD2, we played the same as because yeah, he captures the pawn back. He's centering the knight, attacking the bishop. So he drops back the bishop, then bringing the king to the center, bringing the rook to the center. Now after a sequence of captures and exchanges, he simply capture the rook. So after this, right? Yeah, so this is the blunder. So after this move, he should be playing h6 or something else, but he didn't play that. So after exchanges, this is simply capture the rook as well. So now having a upper hand against the queen. So bishop bishop and having a rook bishop and a knight for the queen, which is a strong combo. So after this, just simply close the position. So which allows to him to play h6. So making to play bishop f3. Okay, attacking the queen. Then queen g6. Okay, bishop g4 check. Okay, king d5. Okay, knight takes c8. Okay, let's say just takes will just result in the knight e7 check, picking the queen. So queen c2. Queen c2 attacking the knight as well as this thing. So knight e7 check. So king c5. c5. The game goes on like this. So you can just save error pieces as well. Hmm. Got it. So actually, in today's session, we discussed two games. So one is between the Morozovich and Kramnik, where they played the Slav defense of Queen's Gambit, and the second game is from the World Cup. Uh, this game is between Hare Krishna and Nestor in Russian Grandmaster, and yeah, the game started with Petrov's defense, and in the middle game, kind of like equally for the both white and black. He played a g4 moves for Kramnik versus Morozovich, right? So in this thing, the weird move appears. What's the weird move that he plays? Yeah, so the Queen d5. So Queen d5 is kind of like weird move attacking the bishop on e5, allowing him to capture on the f2 square, making his king to lose his ability to castle. So that's what happened up here. Then defend his knight. So taking ample on which leaves his king the open path. So add more attacker, and here instead of playing queen d3 move, he just captured the knight, and after check, he just captured the bishop as well. So he has a good want of he can just quickly develop the other pieces as well. And for the composition for the queen, he also has two minor pieces, the bishop and the knight. So at a sequence of moves, he rented the whole game in the place where he played the rook f8 move. So instead, he should be playing h6, so kind of like a waiting move. So let's say he plays h6. I'll just go for the same sequence of moves. I'll just capture this. Now it's different. Repeat this. Now it's different. So instead of this, what happens? We played h6. Okay, should be playing knight takes d4. So after queen takes d4, I can just simply capture with the bishop. So allowing him to capture this, and then I can just simply play bishop. Bishop c5 move. Okay, because I'm having some kind of discoveries. So probably I'll just attack it. So which allows him to check, captures and captures. Okay, got it. Hmm. Always utilize the pins. So utilizing the pins should be the one which allows you to win games in the top level. But in top level, it's kind of like having a calculations. Everything should be good, I guess. So everything should be top notch. So you can't just be a good chess player with having a one strength and then weaknesses. So you should be having a vision every as your abnormal like strength. So yeah, so that's for today's stream. Probably before the next stream, I'll try to practice the coordinates more. I'll just try to remember the coordinates more so that I can just uh, fluently just speak chess games in coordinates and understand them a little bit better. So yeah, I guess we'll just end the stream. I'll just catch up in the next stream. Bye bye. Take care.